The Victorians didn't actually invent Christmas, as is sometimes believed, but they did make it into the celebration we recognise today. From crackers to carols, Christmas cards to Santa Claus. By the end of the 19th century, virtually all the elements we now associate with Christmas had been established, except for the Bond film and the crackdown on drink driving. But the Victorians changed Christmas in more profound ways. In olden times, the midwinter celebrations had been staggered, sometimes literally, over a 2-month period from November to February. The more practical Victorians squeezed all the traditional Christmas festivities into 2 hectic days of merriment, Christmas and Boxing Day, which had become a bank holiday in the 1870s. What's more, the Victorians took what had been a riotous celebration involving the whole community and turned it into a family festival, albeit for a very large family. The sort of jolly people Charles Dickens was fond of writing about, the Fezziwigs, the Crumbles, and so on. But what about people who couldn't, for one reason or another, be home for Christmas? Pity the poor soul who had to remain at work, on the railways, in a lighthouse, or in some far-flung outpost of the Empire. That's why the Victorians invented the Christmas card, so that festive greetings could wing their way to absent friends. But what about the people who only had themselves to blame for their exclusion from the family and thus from the festivities? The pauper, the orphan, the criminal. The celebrated poem Christmas Day in the Workhouse tugged at Victorian heartstrings, though not all of them. The hard-hearted set their face against society letting down its guard at all. It would only encourage idleness and backsliding. Others still, like Charles Dickens, called for Christmas Day every day of the year. Why did we only show charitable feelings towards the less fortunate on one day of the year and forget about them for the other 364? It's not a bad point. Most Victorians solved the problem of the poor by escaping into an idealised Christmas, set in Tudor, Stuart or even Arthurian times. No factory chimneys belching smoke, no hovels or slums or ragged children in this rose-tinted Christmas. And that's another tradition we've inherited from the Victorians, escapism. Except when we want to escape from poverty, pollution and homelessness, our idealised Christmas is Victorian. Good night.